Good evening, everybody. It's Friday. My name is Scripter, and this is Dyson Sphere program. We are back, and as you can see from this lovely view beside me, we're making the big processors, whatever they're called, the quantum chips, right? And as you can see, we're short on stuff. This stuff. Well, that's just glass, right? No, it's not. That's the issue. It's not just glass. It's a lot of glass, which we're making over here, but it's missing one crucial component. And one only, and that is this. The crystals. The Casimir crystal? Okay, sure. That reminds me of Sesame Street somehow. This is missing one crucial component, which is this. Hydrogen. We're actually short on hydrogen. Now, if we have a look at our hydrogen situation... Why do I have a hard time saying hydrogen? I don't even know. This is also consuming it. But this is stocked up to the max because we're not using any of these. I don't know if they are ever going to be used in anything else other than fuel, and right now they're just sitting there. So I guess we have them, you know, no harm done. They have been produced and they stopped, which is good. So somewhere over here, right here, we're making more stuff. So last time I checked this, all of these belts were empty. All of the last hydrogen had been used up. We were not making deuterium or anything. And now we are slowly filling back up, but we're also consuming faster than we're filling up. That's the issue. And this stopped because these tanks were full. The processed fuel, what is it? Refined fuel? Yeah, it's the refined fuel. That was full. So I had to delete 7 tanks, put new ones up, empty ones. And now we're back into producing. It's not fast enough. It still sounds weird. Let's go over here. It's better. We need more hydrogen. Yeah, we do. Also, we were running short on some other stuff, which I fixed while setting up all the new materials. So, if you can say, we have blue assemblers now over here making electromagnets. I've also expanded the gears by 1 more row. I put in 2 more rows of regular magnets. I put up a bunch more iron mines because getting this in, when you see how much we are requesting, right? That is as fast as we are consuming it. Otherwise we wouldn't be requesting it. So yeah, well, we're keeping up. Sort of. Look at that. Every ship that comes in is basically just, here's more iron for you. Just throw it into the furnace. Yup, exactly. I also set up a completely new array for making the turbines, the hypermagnet things. What are they? Supermagnetic rings. So we now have 16 facilities for making supermagnetic rings. For that, we need, well, at least 16 of these. We have 23. So that we actually have a surplus of regular turbines. And then over here, in blue, with the new assemblers, we have, what is this, 32? 860, yeah, 32. 32 machines making regular motors. Yeah, okay, it's going quite well. We're still short on these, but they are used in so many recipes right now. And, you know, electromagnets. We're not producing them fast enough, no matter what we do. I need to expand that way, way further if I want this to go. Because, basically, if you look at this, we need 2 magnets in 2 seconds per assembler that we have here. So that's 1 magnet per second per assembler. So that's 23 magnets per second that we need. Electromagnets. And we may have just about enough magnets, because these take 1.5 seconds, and that's a smelter. I can upgrade that one. There's no faster smelter as of yet. But this over here is the only electromagnet facility, and it takes 1 second to make 2, so we're making 16 and not 23. Yeah, that's the thing. That is the thing. But it, you know, it consumes 2 magnets, so that is basically 60 machines making magnets. And then with the speed that the magnets are produced, it's actually 24 smelters making magnets for those 8 making electromagnets. I ripped out the old facility that was here to make the magnetic ring things. I forget them every time. Anyway, these guys. Right there. Super magnetic rings, yeah, that's the ones. And I'm supplying them to whoever needs them, but it seems we have enough. They're not going anywhere, so I guess we have enough. These things, yeah, these have been switched off because we're now making them off-world. Anything else? Yeah, I think that's it's running, more or less, as best as it can. These are running, consuming all the deuterium we have. As you can see, we're not getting it any fast way whatsoever. It's gone. This is not a problem. This is... okay, so we need hydrogen, we need deuterium. What else do we need? Well, that's the main thing. I've set up this off-cam as well, so we are making the empty accumulators, for which we need the supermagnetic rings. This isn't going because... I don't know. What's missing? What are you short on? Supermagnetic rings, but we have those. Oh, I stopped them because, yeah, how many do you need of those? I mean, we're currently not having any. Yeah, I can see that. There is a reason for that. Let's go all the way over here. All the way over here. They are in here. Technically, they are in here. Right now, there's nothing in here. But we have this. And I have 30 on me. This is the orbital collector. We made one in our pocket last time. And then I set up this. Quick and dirty, just, you know, take from this facility directly. And then put it into a box and request all the materials you need from here. So you can see this is full. And we're currently just short on those guys. But I don't think we need that much more right now. We have 30 and there's another 17 waiting. Maybe I should make some more? Make as much as we can? You know what I'm going to do? I'm going to take these. And that's it, yeah, stop processing. If it could process more, then this would be a full stack, right? So we have 40 now. I don't know how many of these ships go in there. I assume it's the same as for the big station, so it's 10 per. We have 40, that means we need 400 ships. Well, that's a thing. At least you need the super magnets, right? The super magnetic rings? For the big thrusters, I believe? We can check that, right? Click on this, hover over that. And no, you need plastic and motors. Oh, that's where the motors go. Alright, I getcha. Just that, I'm taking it, sure. Is that enough? Full row is 10, so that's 200, that's 400 and a little bit extra because we still have regular stations, 20 of them, yeah, and you know, some other stuff. I also stocked up on miners because lately we seem to be running short on miners wherever I go, so we're gonna take some more. Some extra fuel. How are we on fuel? Looking good. Stocked up on these guys. No problem there. Even though they take lenses to make right now because we don't have green science yet, we have an abundance of those, which is really great. Now we just have to find a gas giant where we can mine hydrogen and preferably also deuterium. That would be really great. There's no time like the present. Let's get out of here. Alright, let's have a quick look. We're here going that way. Yeah, you go that way, that's fine. Let's rotate, thank you. Alright, so last time we went to the neutron star and the black hole real quick. I checked pretty much all of this area, even though you don't see the names because I've unpinned them, otherwise it's just too much stuff in the sky. All of this is checked, and I think there's a gas giant somewhere over here, and obviously there's one in our home system. Which we still can't see from here. For that, we need this guy, which we're working on, but we're short on hydrogen. So we're not making the stuff we need. And I'm really tired of waiting, because this takes a little bit of green science. Right there. We need 10 hydrogen per one of those quantum processors, and that just makes 2. And we're not even 50% there. So, we need another, what, 10,000 hydrogen to make this go? maybe 5,000? With this, I would say roughly about 6,000. What should we need? You can actually click this and tells you where we are. So yeah, I would say about 6,000. Oh man. No, we're not gonna wait. No, it's not gonna be a thing. We're gonna go... We're gonna go and explore this area, and I hope I have enough warpers on me. I have 20. That should get us somewhere. So how about we start, I don't know, over there? One of these? What are you, a G-type? There's a G-type, that's an F-type, there's another G-type. So, I guess if this G-type has a gas giant, there may be a chance for these. Although, from what I read in the developers blog, how this works, they actually have a spawn algorithm where they go and say, okay, what does the actual universe look like? And how many stars are where and distance to other stars and whatnot. There's a whole science behind it. And then once they decide on a star and where to put it, they go and say, you know, how many planets are we going to have in this system? And once they figure that out, they go and say, so, there is these different zones in which a planet can spawn. If it's very close to the star, it's going to be a lava world. If it's in the habitable zone, it's going to have water on it, and maybe some trees, and maybe some oil. And if it's further out, it's going to be an ice world. Maybe there's a gas giant with a moon in the habitable zone. If it's anything else, it's going to be a desert world. I think we found one so far, maybe two. So, yeah, that's how that works. So, technically, any one of these could have a gas giant. We're going to start over here. 12 light years, that way. So, that is Alnitak. Alnitak. Is it over there? It's tap. One of these. Yeah, that one. So, 12 light years, that's 2 jumps worth. And, you know, let's just jump. There you go. Said it before, once you jump, you have an easier time adjusting to where you want to go because your mouse moves way slower. And once you do that, you just press W and hold it for a second or two, so your Icarus aligns with the way you're looking, and then you can do whatever you want and just... Yeah. Hey Morty, how you doing? It's Friday. Is the whiskey bottle open yet? I actually don't have anything to drink here. That's an oversight. That's not good. I need to stay hydrated. Hydration. C'est très important. I don't even speak French, but I think that was very good. For me, that was definitely good. So, where are we? In the thick of it. That's where we are. There you go, that's better. So we came from all the way down here. I wish you could set a flag or something and say, this is my home system. Not like that has an alpha sign for whatever. Or, you know, just put down a flagpole on a planet and then you can decide to pick a logo for that flagpole. And that's displayed on the flag, and also, like this one, is displayed next to the actual star. So you can mark them. You know, you could have something... little like 7 Days to Die, where you set your markers and you have like 6, 7 different icons. You could say, okay, this is a mine, this is a trader, this is a PUI that's important. And here you could do the same. You could just go and say, okay, this is a world where I mine stuff, and this is a world where I pump stuff, and this is a world where I produce stuff, and this over here I do for science, and, you know, stuff like that. And then obviously you want, you know, your home icon and your skull and crossbones for the pirate haven and stuff like that. That would be pretty cool. And that should be really in the game. Pretty small addition, I would say. Alright. Mod makers, do it. We're 66 hours into the game. Now granted, probably 20 of those hours is just me standing around or rebuilding stuff on our new planet that we had already built on our first planet. You know, AFKing to get resources in and such. This is part of the game. I am considering of making this a YouTube series and just going completely ham. Like, doing the quickest way to get set up, to have your important things like belts and sorters and assemblers and smelters made ready for you, and the resources you need to craft in your inventory, so you don't need to make electromagnets and circuit boards all the time. And then just, you know, go straight into building a kind of mega base. Just don't even start small. Just think about, okay, at one point we will get a belt that can transport 30 items per second. So we want an output of 30 items per second, no matter what we do. And then, you know, construct that factory piece. Doesn't matter if it's processors or iron ingots or whatever. And then, once we have that everything, we're gonna work our way backwards and say, you know, I wanna have this science belt filled. So we need 60 per second. So we need 2 of these machines running, these production facilities running. So those need 180 of these resources, so we need 6 of those machineries running. And just work our way backwards until we arrive at the basic resources and see how many thousands we need per second. That could be quite interesting. I'm looking forward to the energy challenge in that. Like, how many solar panels do we need? We might even go and just plaster a whole planet that's very close to a very big sun with all the solar panels we can and just transport that off-world using accumulators or something. Just for the fun of it. It's probably not going to be fun, but it could be cool. Requires brain power? Nah. We have this. There's no brain power involved here. We can just, you know, just have a look at it. Say 2 million per second. How many machines do I need? Alright, we don't need to get too close here. We just need to be close enough so we can click on that thing, because we're within 3 light years now. Or do we need to be within 6? I think it's 6. So it's crude oil, organic crystal, there's nothing here. How about you? Hydrogen, that's nice. Organic crystal, it's a little bit far off, you know, 13 light years to just transport the stuff. We have organic crystal closer if we want some. Crude oil, fire is no problem. Fire ice, up here, it's a mine. So it's a deposit on the planet. Down here, it's a gas giant, which you can mine. I think it's a side product when you do the hydrogen. I'm not 100% sure on that. So yeah, we have nothing here. A little bit of hydrogen here. Hydrogen fire ice there. There's nothing. There's nothing. That's too far away. Rotate the right way around so I know where I am. That would be quite cool. Ah, here we are. Okay, so we could get hydrogen here if we wanted. That is something we should remember. It's, you know, it's in the Orion belt up here. Let's just call it that for now. I think we should get closer to these ones. This is 9 light years. This is 6 light years. It's just fire ice? Okay, well, that's nothing. Let's head over to that one. And then make our way back through these 2. And then that one. And if that's not good enough, well, from here we can just go home. And find something else. 9 light years. You know, if I move that way, I'm probably going to be within 3 light years halfway. So, Theta Apodis. We don't need to get all the way there unless there's something we want. Otherwise, we just stop here, scan these, and if there's nothing good, we just go straight up here. That sounds like a plan. I need to orient myself here. This is kinda turned all around on me. Which planet was I looking at? That down there? Really? Can I orient my mech a little bit here and do something like Yota Serpentis? Why are you even pinned? You're not. Oh, I think that's because I clicked on you. And I find it. In here. Like now I click that one. Is that now on the map? No. Or maybe it's because it's within 3 light years of range and we can scan it. Maybe that's it. I want to go... Gas giant is down there, right? Isn't that one? See, once you look at it, you can hit V for the star chart, and you look in exactly the same direction, as you can see. That's the way you find these two in the night sky because you can't see them. So what you do is you point your way roughly in that direction and have a look at, okay, I'm going this way, so I need to turn right and turn a little and twist a little. And then you head out of here, you look over that way, you go back in and say, nah, it's still not enough. And then you go, nah, it's getting closer, but, you know, not enough. Once you're over here, you say, oh yeah, that lines up perfectly. And then you can find it. You can hover your mouse over it and hit it. Until then, until you actually find it with your cursor, you won't see them. That's how that works. But we want to go down here, which I'm aligned with perfectly. Also, we have recharge, so let's hit W here and jump. Seven. 6. Slowest count ever. Royal Rumble match would be over by now. Come on, a little closer. A little bit closer now. 3. That is close. Let's zoom out. So we kind of jump past that guy, but it's still 3 light years, so let's have a look. Fire eyes. Great. You? Nothing. Nope. You? Oh, yes. Oh. Sure. On a red giant, who would have thunk? Show me the goodness. Warp engine shuts. Me too. Oh, look at that. That looks amazing. Let me pin you. Let me unpin you. Why can I not pin you? Am I too close to pin you? Because there's no pin here. That's annoying. Let's consume some energy and get a little speed. You're way too far away. Shouldn't even use the energy for that. I should have just recharged. Let's move that in there. 16 warpers left. I think we're pretty good. Doing great. Also, almost aligned. That's too much. That's too much. Yeah, at this point I'm just playing around because we have, you know, we need to pass some time to get recharged. Yeah, it's pretty perfect. Okay, so that's the black hole in the neutron star. That's our home. That's our old home. Why is that highlighted? What am I doing over there? Oh, I think that's my halfway point between here and there. I don't think we need that. We don't have anything there, right? We're importing from over here and the rest is in this star system. This would be the first one, and it's quite far off, but, you know, vessels, logistics vessels, just need one warper to get one way and another warper to come back. They don't use 6 or 7 like we have to do because of the recharge, so it's not really a big deal. Doesn't matter where they have to go, it's just the flight time itself. And this red giant or that red giant, if that even has hydrogen, which you can't see because we're too far away, it doesn't really matter to me, so we're gonna go with this one. At the edge of the universe, well, the known galaxy, that is. That's probably the way we want to go. One of those must be it. So let's have a look at this system. Let's zoom in. Since we can see it, we can click on it. There you go. If you can click on it, you can zoom in. Oh, it's definitely this one. Planet gas giant. Reverse rotation, which we don't really care about, but yeah, that's good to know. And that's the stuff we're getting. There's not much deuterium. Not at all. Hydrogen is good. It's there. There's copper. a lot of copper. And a crap ton of wind energy. And solar. Now this would be awesome. Like, orbit inclination, there's really nothing there. The gas giant may be blocking the view half of the time so that we don't get any sun energy. But other than that, as soon as you can see the sun, like both North and South Pole will have sunlight. So you can get a lot of energy if you want to mine that copper and that stone, titanium, whatever it is. And you get a lot of energy out of both types of renewable energy, which is really awesome. I like that. You can't land on this one. You can only place the orbital gas collector, which is exactly what we're here for. What about you? Volcanic ash. Sulfuric acid. A lot of solar energy. Why is that even yellow? Because it's really good? Probably, right? Or because our solar panels will burn through. I don't know. Hello? There's everything here except silicon. Ooh, that's nice. No, we may expand on the system a little bit and do more than just the gas giant. I'm probably gonna visit the other hydrogen resources as well. Because this doesn't seem that much. Is that in total or is that per gas collector? I have no clue. Let's find out. Whoa, zoom past. Hello. That's not a moon. Get in orbit. We're in orbit. Yep, we're pretty much in orbit. So this is what a gas giant looks like. Alright. Time to build stuff. There you go. Now that we're actually on the planet's surface. Yeah, I know. It's weird. Seem to be getting a little bit closer looking at the shadow there. But not too close. Yeah, can't land here. Everything's fine. I'm kind of in the haze. Look at that. I'm a stealth robot now. But now we have our build menu, and we can actually go in here, find the damn thing, which is right here, and then we can't place it. The orbital collector can only be built at the equator. Well, aren't you happy that I found the equator right here? Okay, that's out of building range, so we have to get over here. I build one there. Boom. And it starts vacuuming up all the good stuff. It's already set to remote supply. That's perfect. There is no slot for these guys. That is not so perfect. That rate is okay. That is not. So, what can we do? Well, we can put on more. That's exactly what we're gonna do. How is the spacing of these things? Oh, it's exactly one major node apart. No, that's great. You're getting there? Great. As long as you can see the drone flying out, like there, you can move on. It will take care of it. Thank you. It's like a space station. You can see this all the way from the other side of the world. It's perfect. Next drone. Now, don't give them time to catch up, so we will be running out of drones here relatively soon. Oh, still one going. And another one. It's awesome. And now we just ran out, so we have to wait for them to catch up. There it comes. Boop. Where are the others? There's another one coming right here. Haha, you can't catch me. Come on, catch me if you can. Might even get an Oscar for it. Oh, if you got that reference, you're old. So, I can't put these over here anywhere. Okay. So glad I found the equator on my first try then. I wasn't even trying, that's the thing. How many do we have left? 26? Yeah, let's place a full 20 here because deuterium. Why wouldn't I? Drones and such. This is awkward. There's one. There's two. You go there. Too far off. There you go. There's another one going. The rest was placed? Yes. Then this one, please. Thank you. One drone. Two drones. There's the third one coming. Come on! So we can place the 3 more without an issue. 1, 2, 3. Come back. Come back fast. So I can place 1 more and then we should be good. Okay. How fast would we have, or how far would we have to go around this to find our first gas collector? Let's see. Okay, we can put quite a bit more, I guess. Quite a bit. There it is. Oh! There goes the hydrogen. Hi! That was relatively fast getting here. Like, oh, this is a screenshot. Wow. Don't crash into them. They were expensive. Alright. So we are making stuff. Whenever we have accumulated enough deuterium, somebody will come and pick it up. So that's, you know, 1 ship per gas collector because it's going really slow. This one is going so fast. We don't need that much, it seems. Or we don't have enough ships requesting it. That could also be a thing. There's another one, because they're all going to the first one we placed first, it seems. And the others that have filled up in the meantime. So you're the next one, I guess? Oh yeah, requesting already, 600. That is the load of 1 vessel. So we're making a bit. There's the next one going. I think we have enough. I don't know what you think, but I think we have enough, because we're definitely producing this way faster than before. And it's requested everywhere. We should put down another requesting station on our home planet and just have that ferry over into the main requesting station so it can distribute it. Or just set it to, you know, local distribute. Something like that. What we could do, if we wanted to be really nuts, we could set these... Can you actually... No, you cannot... You cannot locally supply, because there is no local on this gas giant. In-system would be cool, so you use your vessels, your logistics vessels, these ones, to grab the stuff, but only within the same system. But since you can't set ranges and anything here, because you can't put ships here, for some reason, because the docking slits are over here. I mean, let's face it, it's the same model except for the vacuum. So... It should be a thing, but it's not. So, since you can't do that, anybody can request from anywhere in the universe. If you could set this to in-system, then we could just say, you know what, we're gonna have a collecting station with huge amounts of tanks sitting on this moon that is orbiting this gas giant. Let's get out of the gravity well here. That seems to be right there. And then on that one, we could have 2, 3, 4 interstellar stations distributing this stuff. I think that would be quite cool. That would be a nice upgrade. Look at that. That looks awesome. Ah, this gas giant has pockmarks. Sorry. You know, the gas giant in puberty. Don't look. Okay. So, we're crashing into that moon, or getting into a weird orbit in a second. Let's see where we are and where we go from here. So we had a look at these, and there is some stuff, like on these two, I believe it was. I haven't had a look at this one yet. There's kimberlite ore, sulfuric acid, and fire ice. Not interested. Look at all the hydrogen ships going. Ah, it's cool. Fire ice, yeah. Yeah, it's really just those up there that were good. Pretty sure I checked that one. We still don't have the optical grating crystals. That might be something to look into. That would stop us from using meshes for... No, not the meshes. The diamonds. What is it? Titanium crystals. There you go. But, you know, that's just titanium. It is organic crystals. But that is so far the only thing that uses refined fuel. And if we don't use it for anything, then we just have full tanks. So what we could do is we could switch over to this recipe instead of this recipe and use, even though, you know, that's 1 titanium crystal instead of 6 optical grating crystals. But as soon as we switch that over, we don't need these anymore, which means we don't need these anymore, which means we don't need any fuel whatsoever anymore, and we can just take this fuel from here and pump it into there, as we've done on our home planet, on our first planet, where we had 1 plasma facility or oil refinery doing this, and then pump it into 2 doing this, which in the end gave us a ton of hydrogen and, you know, a ton of that stuff. Graphite. Thing is, hydrogen is exactly what we don't really need right now. And looking at it, deuterium, well, now that we have all the hydrogen in the world, we can just set up more of these guys, the fractionators. And those resources we have in abundance there, so we can make like 100 of those if we wanted. It is almost a megawatt per. Don't care about the idle consumption because they're not going to be idle, they're going to be working. But we could just do that, request a bunch more hydrogen specifically just for doing this, making deuterium. Or, you know, if you wanted to go crazy, we go 12 megawatts, which is 12 of these, or actually it's more than that, it's like 15, 16 of these. And have it guaranteed to be converted. There. 10 to 5, so in a 2 to 1 ratio. Instead of a 1 to 1 ratio, but it's guaranteed every 5 seconds. So, we get 1 deuterium per second per machine we put down. Since it's a 5-second recipe. You know, we could do both, and if we don't need them, we just remove the power pole, because without a power pole, you don't have idle consumption, so you don't have to worry about it. It's one way to get around it. I think that's something we could do. Let's see if this guy has optical grating crystals. Let's go there. Let us just go there. So that's basically going home. As more ships coming and more ships going. This looks just amazing. Also, we seem to be going around in circles. Are we in orbit? Yes, we are. Ah, this is cool. Come on, that way, that way. I'm loving this. It's you, right? Give me my thing here. You. And, still can't pin you. Well, I will be in a second, as soon as I move away from here. Jota Scorpy. Wait, did I just unpin my home system? Is that something I did? What? Is my home system behind the sun? That can't be. That's those two. Yeah, it's there. What the heck? Isn't that the one I wanted to go to? Yeah. You don't need to be pinned. Okay. Let's orient ourselves. 17 light years. That's definitely 2 jumps, probably 3. Wow! Stop shooting past me like a madman. Here we go. There goes the gas giant. It just looks cool no matter how you put it. Right, if I look back here, now I can pin you. Wait, you were pinned? Are you pinned? You're pinned. Glorious. It's a race! Who will win? See, I'm faster than these vessels using the warpers, but they don't run out of juice. Ooh, 17 light years and 9 to go, so we managed about 8. Which means we need to recharge fully. Do it again, and then we're still not there. Isn't that lovely? We could stop home and set up the hydrogen refining first. I think that's a good idea, actually. Let's go home first. We should be able to make that with one jump if we are fully powered up, fully recharged. Right there. Oh. They seem to be taking the scenic route, or maybe I am. I don't know. Yeah, we managed about 8 light years. Less even, but this should be doable. Hello. Oh, poof, crash. Can you imagine if that was actually a thing? Aww. Aww. Okay, that's as close as it will go. But as you can see, these perfectly line up with your actual view. So, trying to find something is just a matter of hitting V as often as you can. And then putting your cursor where you want to go. You know, the little tips. They help a lot. I was racking my brain for a long time on how to get to these because I couldn't find them in the night sky. And I thought, well, quite obvious, it's a black hole. How can you see a black hole if it even swallows light? That's why it is a black hole. And, you know, light need to be traveling from what you want to see to your eye, otherwise you can't see it. So, yeah, this helped. I thought, you know, maybe it's just something where I have to have this unlocked, but there's nothing in the description. This is going now. This is looking really good. 6 minutes? I don't see that happening anytime soon, but it seems to be going quite steady. I mean, after all, it just needs hydrogen to run, not deuterium, so we're getting that. And we had a couple of ships flying around. Oh, I wish you could just see what you're short on right now. That would be so nice. Just, you know, hover over and tells you, okay, this resource, you don't have it. Can I hit P here? Okay. I think if we go all the way down... Come on. Yeah, we get to here. Lovely. Over here, somehow, you can't hover over this to get the recipe, for whatever reason. I'm gonna mark you as 3. So then I can go... Show me only these? Oh, that's glorious. Can I mix and match? Yes, I can! Cool. So we could do... Those are basic resources. We're gonna mark those as 1. Then you can have your basic stuff that you really want to have a look at. All the stuff you know that you're short on. All the stuff you know that you're good on. Like magnets, for example. You could mark as 2. So... yeah, it's not looking too bad. Don't need many of these, so that's fine. They're just for the fiber optics, I believe. I'm mining like crazy. Especially up here. This has gone up quite a lot. Consumption is less than production, so we shouldn't have a problem. For all the rest... well, when the belt is backed up, production will be the same as consumption. But that means you're basically full, right? It may still be that you're not producing enough, but then you're limited on the speed of the machines and the amount of machines you have. So, it's a thing. You have to figure that out. What is the issue here? Why are we not getting yellow? Is yellow holding us down right now? I'm getting hydrogen to get green, and yellow is holding us down. I definitely need to have a look. And we've just recharged. So let's go. Also, on our first planet, everything is still running. I mean, as long as there are still resources to make it run, but I haven't switched anything off. It's its own little system, so it will support us. I mean, the box there was full of blue, red, and yellow when we left. Which is a lot, so it may help out. Then again, this stuff is consuming so much. This isn't even consuming yellow. That's why we're not getting yellow, because we're not consuming it. It's full. It's backed up. What is all that stuff around me? That was quite weird. I'm not close enough yet, really, am I? Well, it's okay. It is okay. So, I should be in the system. I'm above the system. Alright. That's the one we want to go. That is up. Up. Right there. And since we came home with so many extra warpers, and we can replenish our warpers as soon as we get home. There we go. Look at that patchwork. Isn't it glorious? That should be this way around, shouldn't it? Yeah, it should. Home sweet home. So, where are we getting all the hydrogen now? You should be requesting remote local supply, remote demand. Just get all the things. And I have set it up over here where I'm actually consuming it, I believe. Somewhere. No, one of these. You aren't doing anything? That's glorious. Huh? Which one did I just click on? Probably one of these. One of these is requesting the stuff. No, it needs to be a big one, not a small one. Is it you? No? Close? Did I switch that back off again? I was... Ah, there you go. So these are going to just request the stuff. You're not getting anything. Also, you're running out of juice. They're requesting the stuff and then just for local supply. So they are just here for distributing things. Which, you know, it's good. Why wouldn't you do that? I had 2 empty slots, so I thought might as well. You are running, which means you have all the things. Well, kinda. Not many. Looks like you're still short on the usual stuff. Okay. I may as well just demand it remotely, because that's just more ships that can go. To this. Yeah, go. There it comes. Not much, but a little bit. Since we can't make the gas collectors, the orbital collectors have logistics vessels and transport the stuff to us, we can only use the vessels from the stations here. So now we have 3, which means 30 ships that request the stuff. It's not you, it's not you, it's you. Yeah. And that's the only thing they're really getting from remote. So they're not being used for anything else, not anything else that is important, like most of the other stations would. And that's why I picked those. Like you, for example. Yeah, it's just those 2 things and nothing else. Oh, look, we're getting more deuterium. But you're doing local supply, so you're not doing local demand, which means all the other stations with a deuterium request, they will just have it, but they're not going to use it for anything. You also just going to request it and supply it to whoever needs it. So the only real station that needs to request deuterium, actually, is the one that is using it, and that would be all the way over here. Is it you? Yeah. So, why don't I do that? It does local demand, so the other stations are requesting it and locally supplying it, so they will ferry it over here eventually. But you might as well just go and do your thing. We're also requesting these, but we are full on these, and that's not a long trip. Well, it is a long trip. The black hole is actually 14 light years. Which is why initially I didn't do that, because now we're out of ships. And this isn't full yet. But you can see that we are getting 6,000. I guess the orbital collectors are doing their thing. It's looking pretty good. And this may be... yeah, this may be halfway from, you know, the other stations around here and halfway from all the way out there. But the way this is set up basically is you have 3, 4, 5 stations doing remote demand to be able to use as many ships as you can. And you see we have warpers, the belt is full over here. So we can go there and get every last drop out of those gas collectors, store them here, and then just using our drones, whenever there's a short supply, whenever we have a big demand, we can just get it from the surrounding stations, which is a way faster fill-up than requesting it from remote. And then the other stations, which have just spent their deuterium to get it to this station, can request from remote. And, you know, that takes a while, but it will come in eventually, and it will come in huge loads. I mean, it's 600 per, instead of just, what are we doing right now, 80? 70. So, I guess that's a good system. That's something I can work with. So you're the only one consuming deuterium right now to make the strange matter. You have everything you need because it's basic materials. We are full on these glass plates. Very nice. You need those. Fine. You also need... no, you're making this stuff. You don't need this stuff. You need these two to make that stuff. That's it. So you're short on this still. You are not having any of the hydrogen, but you're getting a lot. So as soon as that arrives, and there's some coming in, it's just not fast enough. It's looking cool. It's coming here from like 2 stations over. Very fast travel time, no problem whatsoever. Yeah, it's definitely coming in. It will take a while until the belt actually backs up. But that means production is going. You're not requesting the maximum amount you can. It's perfect. All the ships are underway. You have some time to recharge before they arrive. That looks interesting. I assume they are all going to the station that's all the way over there, which is actually on the other side of the planet. That should all be hydrogen. Yeah, 70 per. It's going up a little bit faster than it's going down, which is good to see. It still hasn't reached the bottom yet. They are still not all working. Oh, I saw something. One just arrived. This is a perfect explanation why I'm doing this the way I'm doing it. Because it's good when there's like 6,000 incoming and that's 10 ships. But it will take a while. Once it arrives, we'll have a big backup. But this is a way of getting a constant supply and actually keep this running until the big load arrives. And that's quite nice. Yeah, I mean, it's doing well. It's requesting even more, but yeah, it's going. Can't wait for the big ships to come back home. Obviously, they're all gone to request that stuff, because that's the only thing we're requesting from remote here. So there will be 10 ships coming in to supply that. Oh, well, 2 just arrived. Oh, hello. Doom, full. That's the last one. Now that's good. So now we should be supplying everything. Yes, the belt is backed up completely. Lovely. Okay, so now we're getting this stuff at a fairly decent rate. Well... wow. Okay, so that's 4 seconds per. We have 60 machines, so we're making 4 per second. For this monstrosity of machinery over here. which is consuming 1 every 12 seconds. I have 32 of those, so I think we're actually making more than we're consuming. Is that right? If it was 1 every 8 seconds, this is 8 machines, so this would be 1 per second. This would be 4 per second, which is what we're making here. But it's not 4 per second, it's less than 4 per second, because we need a third more. So we're doing 3 per second, roughly. This should back up. If this runs constantly, which it seems to be doing. Everything else is here. It's going through it, but it, you know, it's steady. Also, how much fuel am I wasting right here by just flying around like a madman? I don't know, but it's fun. Okay, so let's first of all stash away some of our surplus machinery that we brought. Didn't know that you don't need ships. It's kind of a bummer. Here. Have that back. I'll keep the rest. It's fine. We should be good for a while. Yeah. Okay, next. What resources do we not yet have? We have the spiny foam things that are somewhere around the equator here. I don't remember. I think it was over here. Yeah, right there. Right there. Spiniform stalagmite crystals. And we still have over 1 million. The belts are full and nothing is flowing anywhere. That's because we're not using much of that stuff. It's nice. Also, I made way too many of these. We'll see. Let's do a quick check on the deuterium. How are we doing here? Yeah, we don't need any extra deuterium processing. We're good. If we can request that much, that means that much is there. And this bar is constantly filling up and not emptying. And I'm just looking at the blue bar here where we could be if the stuff was already delivered. As long as that's not, you know, moving down much, we're good. This is backed up. The belts have been filled. That's what took a while here to fill to backfill the pedals. Now everything is doing what it's supposed to do, and it just takes time. So we're getting the maximum out of this, which is glorious. What I could do is upgrade these to the faster ones, which go 150% speed instead of 100% speed. What would it give us? 150% speed? It's 50% faster, obviously. So instead of 12 seconds, it's what, 8? In that case, this would completely even out with this. How much do we need? Yeah, I'm not worried about those. Not at all. Those are over here. They take a while to produce. But it's basic resources. If we have to, we can just, you know, put another row here and we should be good. You're doing 2 in 5 seconds. You need 2, well, in 8 seconds then. In that case, we would have to make some more. Otherwise, this would be a bottleneck that we just can't afford to have because it's all just basic resources, especially water. Do we need it that fast? How are you doing? It is going. I mean, that is going. And in a second, we can see all the resources in the universe. Which is lovely. There's no green surplus here, as you can see. It's not backed up on the belt, so this thing isn't really going that fast. And this probably, the way I said it, has to back up to 70 before it goes anywhere. That is kind of bollocks. For these, it's actually bollocks. Let's fix that. You as well then. Like, whenever there's something that can go into research, please go into research. Huh? How is that having trouble to keep up? For you, I could understand that because we're always short on magnets. Okay, this is mostly full. This is also mostly full. There it goes. Empty is the belt. You have all the resources. And you should be making 1 per 6 seconds, right? 6.8 per minute. That, yeah. Okay. Why 6.8 per minute? That's a weird ratio. Anyway, it's going constantly. Oh! Oh, that's why. Oh, hello. Oh, hello. Did we just spike power demand with all the machines suddenly running? Okay. Oh, wow. I did not expect that. Last time I checked, we were running at 320. Ooh. Yeah, well, we're recharging all kinds of ships now that are going with warpers to different solar systems and such. Like those guys, right here. Coming in with more deuterium to go. And also all of these are running now, right? Yeah, they're all running. And they are the most expensive ones. I mean, what was that? 12 per? Yeah, 12 megawatt per. That's 20. That's 240 megawatts right there. That's where our power went. Okay. What really do we need a strange metaphor? That is a strange metaphor. Yeah, I know. No. Oh, that's kind of important. Especially since we need for warpers, kinds of a catch-22. You have to get this stuff going. You know, you have to go and get deuterium to make this stuff so you can make the lenses, which make the warpers. You need to go and get more deuterium. You know, it's going full circle here. Finally, thank you very much. That is very nice to see. So switching this over to green science is one of the things we definitely want to do. Not only does it give us 8 times the amount in one crafting, it also only needs half a lens, because one lens that formerly would give us one of these recipes can give us 2 of these cubes, which would give us 2 of these recipes. So it's a 1 to 16 ratio here. That's definitely good. That's way less hydrogen then. We just need all the other things. Quantum processors. Quantum chips, yeah. Which we're making. So, shouldn't be a big deal. I mean, we're making green science, right? Just not making any fast. With that power issue, we're definitely not making any fast. Can you stop doing that? Okay, we need more power. How do we get more power? How do we get more power fast? Let's go and have a look. So we could set up some of these. The mini fusion power station, which is doing 9 megawatts. We are about 200 megawatts short. So that station is, let's say, doing 10. That means we need 20 of them. And they would be running with... We're getting there. These, I believe. I hope they can use those. It may just be that they need the actual better ones, which we're not researching at all right now. Oh. Energy storage, solar collection, blah-de-blub. Somewhere in here. I think the last one we get is when we get over here to make the artificial star, which gives you 75 megawatts. You want that. You really want that. And that is where we get the antimatter fuel rod. That's the next one. 7.5 gigajoules? Yes, sure. Until we get there, there's no better fuel rod, so they must be burning that stuff, right? We could do that. What do you need? Oh, those guys. Well, we have those now. You can really decide what to do. That's perfect. That's easy. It's for free. That we're getting loads and loads and loads, so that shouldn't be an issue. Well, it's more magnets. And more electromotors, which is more magnets. Lovely. We need to expand on our magnets. Definitely. You are providing these. You have 5,000. Let's set up a power station somewhere. How about right here? Nope. Nope. This is producing other stuff. We're gonna go up here. I want to be close so that there is a short way to go only. So right about here should be nice. Bad. Could even use that guy because it's only exporting iron and not doing much of it right now. And then have a big row of global stuff going around here. Let's do that. I'm making perfect sense today. Running out of soil power. What else is new? I know. Okay, so, well, we need to make some of these first. How are we making those? Oh, more of the stuff that we don't have. Now we actually have all of that. We just need to go and collect it. Okay. Let's start all the way over there. Wow, this production line is long! You didn't see that. That was a 10 out of 10 landing. Don't even pretend. I kept this at 2,000 because why would we need 10,000 of these? How many do we need? 10. So if we want to make 20 of these, we need 200, right? Right click, drag it to where you want it. It's a little bit more, it doesn't really matter. There you go. That's taken care of. Next. Titanium alloy is all the way to the left. The mesh tubes and the chips are also all the way over there. So let's go over there. By going the other way around. Look, this would have been way faster. Nice. I need to find the chemical labs. It's not those. That's plastic. But you are here. How many? 12. Okay, that's 240 then. Look at me doing math on the fly. Oh, 260? Sure. Nice stack. Things you can't say about your base management, but not your wife. Nice stack. Whose line is it anyway? Reference right there. Why so slow? You're not running out of any materials, right? No, you're doing good. You're just so slow. This could also become a bottleneck because they are definitely needed to make the better chip. A lot of them. Ooh. Well, we now have room to expand here, and I can get rid of this one and just use that guy. I could have used them from here. Okay. Put that on the list. Mental note, expand chips. We need to expand so many things. For now, I try to just keep it running and follow this pattern. And yeah, if I have to extend a row, then I extend a row. That's fine. But I don't want to do too many changes because when we're done, I want to go back at this and say, okay, what worked and what did not work? And what can we reuse out of all these templates we stamped down? And what do we need to heavily modify? And there's a couple of things I already figured out that I'm not going to do again. But we're gonna get to that when we do the next installment of this whole thing. Not now. So how many of those do I need? Okay, 8 of those, that's 160. on that. Alright, so now it's just processors. Let's switch that off for a second. Actually, let's switch it to storage so we don't get anything weird happening here. And those we didn't need that many of, right? No, just 4. So, 80. Well, that's fine. Let's take all of these and start crafting because it will take a moment or two. That's 12. There's 17. And there's 20. And now you can go back to supplying. Thank you. Very kind of you. Mini fusion power station coming right in. Okay, you can daisy chain these, but I'm just gonna put down a belt because I think that's the better option here. This way around, please. There's a fault line here, so you don't really have to worry about anything here. That's lovely. And can I line this up? You're probably exactly right in the middle on this line. Nice. Yeah, I'm gonna line this up then. Might be running out of space here, horizontally. I use that, but it's in the way. Oh, I can put you here. Alright, sure. Wonkiness will be wonky. Alright, that's all I can do there. 6 more, am I still crafting? Yeah, 2 more. Thank you, autosave. I can just put down a splitter and go the other way. Also could have made 2 rows, but with that oil well over there, it will perfectly align up until there, and then I'm gonna have a weird empty slot. That's it? That's it. Or it's not gonna align anymore, so we don't want that. You know, it's me we're talking about here after all. Okay, this has to be a temporary solution. First of all, let's see if that actually works. Yeah, that is working. No problem. 9 megawatts. It's not supplying anything because it's not connecting anywhere. But that's good to know. So we're gonna go and have... I'll put you here. And I'm probably not gonna need that many, so a standard belt like this should be more than enough. Don't get stuck. I'm gonna do one more here. I can connect you already, and then we also need one here, obviously. Nice. And then we're gonna do you. So these will have power as soon as these things are producing power, right? Because they are in the circle. And these interconnect, as you can see, so that's not a big deal. Don't need any power poles here. Glorious. Keep it neat and tidy. In the meantime, you can already start requesting... not that stuff. Where is it? Yes, I'm blind. Over here. And I want to have like 100 over here, the minimum you can have. Most of it will be on the bed anyway. Well, let's see what happens. In the meantime, finish all of this. And it's not an even distribution. There's more on the right than there are on the left of that station. Does that matter? No, it doesn't at all. As long as the belt gets filled up. Well, that isn't centered. As long as the belt gets filled up, these will start producing. Then we just have to see how fast they are going to produce. Which we will figure out as soon as we connect them up, which we're going to do right now. There you go. Power load 120%. Yeah, well, wait for them to go online. Stuff is coming in. These are not connected. Ha 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 ha. See, I saw the flaw there. Was wondering why they weren't picking up. Nice, so they're producing now. Now we're at 600 out of 622. That's better than before. It's still not great. Is everything going? Yeah, certainly everything is going. Funny. Still got stuff incoming. That's fine. And even though I set it to 100, it's doing 140 because 70 is not enough, and then it's requesting another one. So 140. Minimum load is 100%. That somehow does work. Don't really like that. Belts are backfitting. That's lovely. How long do you last? You know, that's something I would like to see here. How long do you actually last? Do we have enough resources to make more? No. We need more processors. 2 more. Then we can make 1 more. Oh, these guys. Which should even us out here at least. Get us back to 100%. Until stuff is backed up, then you don't need to worry about it anymore. It is looking quite good though. I like it. There you go. Perfect. Okay, how are we keeping up with fuel supply then? That's the next big thing. You should be somewhere over there. Right here. That was quite a drain. About 400. The belts are still full. Mostly. That stuff is coming in. Nice. Should probably do this. And just have that in stock because it will take a while to resupply. It's only getting it locally. That is not an issue. That doesn't seem to be an issue. There, have that. And can't do that because it's full. So yeah, stuff is coming in. We are producing. 1 every 6 seconds. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. We're making 8 every 6 seconds. We have 20 generators going, 21 in a second. So this needs to last about 24 seconds per. Otherwise we will be running short on fuel. Is that 24 seconds? I don't know. Also, yeah, another one will not do it. Look at that, we're now at 690 once in a while. We did make another one, right? Yeah, we did. We did, sure did. Where are you? Right here. Yeah, there's another 9 megawatts. Oh, that's better. some stuff must have switched off. Now, that can be good or that can be bad. Either it's backfilled and we don't need to produce anymore, or we just ran out of a necessary ingredient. Which could be fuel, for example, for the generators. Downward spiral achieved. Lovely. That is really still hard to figure out. I think what this whole production window here is missing is not production and consumption, but, you know, possible production? Is that up here? Don't think so. That's like the explanation of the graph. Like, over here you're at 240 consumption, I think. So, counting the machines we have that are producing that stuff, and then checking how long it takes, and giving me a number that says, you know, if everything was running at full tilt, this could do 600 per minute. You're doing 40 per minute. Something's wrong. And wrong could still be, we don't need that much because the belts are full, but it could also be, you're missing a critical resource there. But at least the number would immediately tell you that something is wrong, because it would just be vastly different comparing am doing with could do. So, thanks, I guess. I come back to you. That's the wrong one. You belong there. I think we made too many. A little bit too much. Thought we might need more, but obviously not. Look at that, Mecha Core level 5. Oh yes, oh please. Oh, hello. Hello. Charge up, please. Also, let's go get some fuel. Now at least, when our fuel supply for the generators runs out, we can still use the other fuel. This stuff right here. Because you're not using this stuff. And your basic things that we get... Yeah, that we get that anyway. There's just no shortage in supply of those two. Now. Which is good. So, I'm just gonna stand here and hold this button down for a while. This too. Actually, I should stand here and hold this button down for a while. So I catch all of them. Not just half of them. 13, 14, 15. Come on, give me some more. It's still not enough. That should be enough. Oh! That's one too many. It's always something. Right, don't need you anymore, don't need you anymore, and it's the wrong button. E. You, I'm just gonna put back on the belt here. Sort, how are we looking? Everything is looking fine. We need more soil pile, because we're already short again. I was up to 1 million briefly, and then I started plastering half the planet. Anything else we're short on? Oh, those guys. Although, since we're now making the quantum chip thing, we may have some. This is backed up. Hello? Not much, but it is backed up right there. I can see it. Up until right there. Nice, which means this thing is full. Hello. I'm gonna take that. Yes, please. So when that is full, the rest of the quantum chips is currently only used over here for green signs. Oh, now that is looking profitable. Yes. I also kept these at 500 because, you know, I'm not making that many. There they go. It's only 3 of them, 4 of them running now. Ooh. Go faster. Are you on power? Keeping up? Yeah. Looks like it. How are we on power in general? Yeah. That's good. I'm pretty sure solar and wind, the renewable stuff, the endless stuff, is going to be used up first before the actual fuel-powered generators like these are going to use their stuff. I hope. It's looking okay. Let's just leave it as that. It's looking a-okay. $4,800. Weren't we down to like 4,600? So this is keeping up. Glorious. Okay, we were checking like 15 minutes ago when I said let's look around what resources we have and don't have. Also, it's noon right here. We did it again. We have the basic stuff. Iron, copper, silicon, titanium, stone, coal. And we're doing fire ice, stalagmite crystals, and unipolar magnets. Please land. Thank you. Now, there is other stuff that is used, right? So we need the optical grating crystal over here. We also need them over here, so that might be a good thing to do. Although, this is just glass. Really, it's that. It's glass. A little bit of stone. Why would I go for crystals then? It doesn't give me any time benefit. It's gonna be 3 seconds, doesn't matter. I'm still gonna need the copper and the iron for the circuit board. I'm just gonna need less stone. Yeah, honestly. I couldn't care less. If I could use less iron or less copper, I would be all for it, but it's exactly the thing that I don't care about the most. It's stone. So yeah, we're not gonna switch that over. Then I'd rather go for this because it's using 6, and if I use 1 over here as well, then I'd just rather use the 6. Okay, we're getting those, the unipolar magnets. We're not getting those, the optical grating crystals. We're not going to do that recipe. We are not using the kimberlite because I couldn't care less. Smelting kimberlite ore in 2 seconds or smelting graphite in 2 seconds, which is just coal, which we can get in abundance because it's a standard resource, so why would bother? There's no big process involved going through 6 different chemical labs and particle colliders and whatnot, so yeah, don't care. Same here. Fractal silicon, it's nice, but if it's just silicon, I just go for silicon. We have it in abundance. What else is there? That we are doing. That we are doing. Those are the big ones. So this is the next one. We need optical grating crystal. And now we can actually go and look at the whole freaking universe. So I can go over here and say, what do you have? How about organic crystals? Right, if we could also get those for free, that would be a cool thing. That would also save us a lot of stuff. Let's look at the surrounding systems then. Kimberlite ore, don't care. Again, don't care. Sulfuric acid, great. Oh, you have more spiniform crystals. We don't need many of them, but it's nice to know that it's actually close by. I think that might be why I still had that marked. No, also. Look at this line, and then tell me why we're not getting that from right here. Hello? Okay. Well, we visited a gas giant, so could be worse. Well, that is interesting. It just says signal detected. I can't get any production rates. I think we're not close enough for that. But we can go and have a look. Not that we definitely, or that we desperately need it, but those things are for free. We don't need to supply them with anything, so we might as well just put down some more collectors, since we have a bunch of them for some reason. More of that stuff. Don't care. We're gonna go up here. How rare can this freaking optical crystal thing be? Right there. Wow. Halfway back home. And there. Yeah, this one is closer. I mean, it tells you 11 light years, 13 light years. We should be able... No, we're not going to make that in one jump. Still, we're going to do about 8 light years per jump, so... Although, we have double the energy now. I'm actually eager to see that. We're going to go over here. We're going to get some optical grating crystal. And on the way back... We're going to check this guy. And get more hydrogen deuterium. We did a big road trip for something that we could have gotten in the grocery store around the corner. Look at us. Now this was a precision targeting. And if it hadn't taken back off again, I would have stood right here. Nah, not you. Let's take another 20. And, you know, you can produce whenever we have more of those. Which I should possibly switch back on. Although that's going to be a drain on power as well. How are we doing on power? Fine. Back to 400. So, you will request some of those, please. So they go in here. They produce the empty accumulators, which then go on a belt back in here, straight back out into these 4, which I can extend to 6 if I have to. They get charged. They're all set to charge. And then back on the belt and back in here. And we are requesting all of the empty ones, so if ever we're going to use these to discharge, to actually feed our energy network somewhere else, they can be brought, as soon as they're empty, they can be brought back here, filled back up, and sent back to us. That's the goal behind it. Well, finally we're using up some of those. And it goes quite fast. Drain isn't too much, it seems. It's interesting, though. Okay. Alright, so now that we have more of those incoming, you are requesting more of them. Of course you are. Which means you can make more, because you need 20 per. There we go. 1 incoming. Should have 8 in a moment. And by a moment, I mean in 30 seconds, because, yes, just because. Reasons. I still have 12 warpers, so might as well grab some more of those, fill that back up, put the rest back here, because what should I do with those? And up and away into the sky. Gravity, well. Alright, so which one do we want to go for? No, this. Thank you. Which one did we want to go for? It was not you. It was you. Kasham. Which is somewhere over here. How about... that one. Hit wall. Then line it up. Leave all the ships behind, it seems. They just zoom past there. Bye. Gonna catch that guy. Ooh, the energy. Need 40 seconds to get there? Okay, sure. Hello. It's overlapping, I can't read it. It's quite annoying. Well, if that's 6 light years, that's probably 8 or so. This is a little further away. Well, it says 3, but I'm not very trusting. Could be true, though. It is true. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3. Oh! No! Fire eyes, yeah. There you go, optical grading crystal. 1,000,000. What? Much? What are you? Nothing. Solar energy 121%, that's good. So we can use our solar panels, and I'm pretty sure I brought a bunch. So we can do that. All the rest we should have. And then we can harvest that stuff. Perfect, let's do that. If I can ever get out of this mode. Which one of you was that? One, right? Yes, one. Nice. Right there. No, don't save while I'm traveling. It's dangerous. Yeah. There you go. Speed. Thank you. Nothing close by. Okay, let's align ourselves north, which is there, roughly. Iron. All the copper. We could get copper from here too. But I think we have taken care of that already. Up here, and it's this one node. That's it. Alright, so it's that way. I mean, if there's any copper nearby, then yeah, might as well, right? Of course there's no copper nearby. There's this one copper over there nearby, but I think we're good on copper. Right, so first thing we're gonna do is not this. We're gonna go into build mode. Doesn't matter what we select. And see where the lines are. There's one right here. So we should be good in this general area type deal place. Also, it would be so cool if you could harvest lava and use that for energy or something. After all, you can only pump water and sulfuric acid right now with the water pump. Oh, that is also weird. I think that depends on what height your cursor is. Like, I'm down here. So it's like, there's a line, a little bit of a mesh, and as soon as I move further up in height, I get more of that. It really shouldn't be like that. It should just be there. After all, you can only build in one height. Surface level. You can't go deep ocean, you can't go build in the sky. You can stack things, but you have to start on this level. So why would that go away? Ah, Morty, you go and grab your whiskey. You do that. It's a perfectly good idea, actually. We have a 53 minus. That is... yeah, okay, that's enough. Okay, I'm trying to grab these as far out as I can so that I can squeeze as many minus as possible in here, so that looks good. Can't talk. Come on, I had you there. That is already 30 per second. That's 34 per second. You get your own build. That's what you're gonna get. Right, let's put down one of these. Yeah, one is not enough. It looks like it covers everything. Probably not. No. See? Those two are not covered. And I can't move this down by just one because there's stuff in the way. anywhere else over here is not gonna work. So might as well just do this if we have to do it anyway. And since we're gonna have a station to load stuff into, probably sitting somewhere around here, this will also be covered in a moment. I need... not you, you. Gas collector would be interesting here. I want to see that happening. Yeah, that's fine. And then I can put you right here. And that covers both. Nice. Fast bed, because that's the one I have the most of. That's the one I have the most of. Sure. That's perfectly fine English, probably, somewhere in the world. This one, and one more. And the rest goes here somewhere. Should be good. You don't need these, but I'm gonna give you some anyway, because you may need those in a second or two. Well, you do need warpers, but ships can come here. In which case, having this is completely bollocks. You know what, we're gonna request warpers over here. I don't even know if I'm gonna export them remotely. I'm not sure about that, but we're gonna find out in a second when I go remote demand. And it seems like no. Doesn't need power to request or send stuff, it just needs power to recharge these guys. Minimum load of drones, max charging power, don't really care. Transport range is okay, this is to enable warp, yeah, all the usual stuff. You know what, you can go all the way down here. Although that is probably required distance, so if something is within 12 AU, it won't warp anyway. If it's 13 AU away, it won't travel those 12 AU and then warp, it will warp right when it leaves orbit. That's how I think it works, I hope. So it doesn't matter where I set this to, because you're gonna leave the system anyway. This is good. This is fine. So you are optical grating crystals, right? Might as well set that up right there. Remote supply, local supply, no. We could do local demand, technically, but this is the only mine here anyway, so we're not going to get any. 10,000? Sure. We could have a belt and export these to a second station, if we wanted to. Or we could have this belt go into a second station. That would mean double the amount of ships that can come here and land here, but I don't think we're ever going to need them very, 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 very fast. I mean, we need 6 per operation in that recipe, but yeah. Okay, we need to start exporting those. There are some other planets that could really benefit from exporting warpers. But until we do so, we just have to wait for ships to come in. Obviously, nobody is requesting stuff at the moment, so we don't have to worry about it. Now we need to worry about power a little bit. Not gonna go and do anything weird here, I think. Let's see, you have a 30%, 30-degree inclination. That is glorious. Yeah, the sun is all the way up there. We're close to the pole, so I might as well just do the usual thing. No. Nah. Too close. Doesn't matter. Don't care anymore. All the rocks. Okay, that should be good. 140? Sure, let's do it. Need foundation support? Hello? That little lava ditch there? Fine, you know what? Forget it. Also, don't really care about the pattern here right now, as you probably noticed. Which is not doing any great things for me. I should probably stick with the pattern that worked. That gives you a kind of weird distribution if you do it like this. Not a big surprise there, I know. Yeah, I'm not min-maxing this planet, not at all. It's just for crystals, and technically the chips don't even need to recharge. I just need a little bit of power to actually mine this stuff. How are we doing? 60%? That station is still charging up, right? Yeah, it is. So let's calculate that real quick. We have these guys. They use 420 kilowatts. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 8 times 420 is also a very nice number for a miner to work on. So that's what? It's about 3.6 megawatts. We're using 20. The rest is going in here to charge this thing. Once that's full, probably not going to use much more. Belts are all pretty much empty, so we're not maxing out our 30 per belt, which is not surprising because we're only doing 34 in total, so there's, what, 17 on each belt? Which is roughly half. This is going pretty fast. Don't need to worry about it. So I think even if this switches off once in a while, or it's not getting enough power like right now, it is going up. The sun is coming around, huh? Look at that. It should be on that side. Where? Oh, up there. Let's see what your actual orbit looks like here. Yeah, alright. So you see this, right? This up here, there's the North Pole. This is where our power currently is. That's a very weird orbit. So compared to how this orbit goes, this is us, and this is the orbit. So this is not 90 degrees, obviously. Which means, when this guy arrives over there, the sun will shine like this. It will still hit the pole up here. Not as much, but it still will. And then it's just the planet rotation itself. Which, you know, gets this side where the power is over to that side. Again, that won't really matter that much. If you build it down here, that's pretty much eternal darkness right there. I think we're good. I think we're perfectly fine. So, where do we want to go next? We're done with this one planet. Where are we even? Oh, it's this way around. That's our home. And we wanted to go here, right? Yep, there's the hydrogen. Machete. Machete. Oh, wrong mode. This mode. So you are over there, which means our home is somewhere there. Which means Shetty is not there. It's not any of these. Those are too far away. Okay, let's do the trick. Where are we? Which way are we looking? We're looking that way. We need to go there. Why are we even looking at the blue stars? That is up, so we need to look up. Where's up? We're this way around. Up is up here. Right there. First try. And go! 5 light years, not a problem. You had to go and grab a coffee. You know, there could be worse fates than yours right now. Honestly. Coffee? Perfectly fine. It could be like English breakfast tea, which is a decent thing. Not necessarily a good thing. A decent thing, but not at this time of day. Not when you're having a whiskey. So, coffee? I'd go for coffee. Well, maybe one of these. Which one of you was the gas giant? Probably that one right there. Awesome. 0.9 AU. Okay, you know, let's just fly. For now. For today. Also, let's have a look at the system. Let's see what else is here. You are an ashen jelly soul something. With a lot of silicon. That's very silicon. Not much of anything except for stone. And then there's you. And the rates are worse than at the gas giant. At least there we were getting 0.06. Also, we're almost there. And 1.04, I believe? Or was it 1.1? I can't remember, and it doesn't matter. Let's crash into this thing. Find the equator real quick. It should be probably around here. Closer. There you go. When I said around here, I meant one of these lines. This is... Where's north here? There's north. Which is to my right, which means the equator is probably that way. This one, right? Yeah. We're gonna keep this up and just put it on these notes. Makes it just so much easier to do. And as long as the drones still go out to place things, we just keep on going. Wow, you're fast. Look at the rotation speed here. Come on, do your thing. I'm just gonna keep going anyway, doesn't matter what the drones are doing. If I have to, I just go all the way back. Now, I'm eager to see how intelligent our warper vessels are, our logistics vessels. Because this is obviously closer than the Red Dwarf, not Red Dwarf, Red Giant. So they should go here before they go to the other one. Only when we're really, really seriously low on resources should they ever go to the Red Giant. Oh, I found my drones. Come on. Hop in. You too. And you. You too. You're going out already. Perfect. There's another one coming. You can't see them up here, but you can see the shadow down here. I see. There they are. Right, I'm gonna pick you two up, and then we're just gonna zoom past those that haven't been built yet. And I think we have 9 drones, so for the next 9 we don't really need to stop. Yep, there they go, deployed. And one more, and one more, and another one, and another one, and the last one. Nice. Which means those are built. Cool, let's go. Gas giant with pocket marks. I'm not gonna get over that anytime soon. I'm not even on the planet anymore, but I can still press M. That's also pretty cool, actually. And we did about half? A little bit less than half. Probably, I would say 2 more and we would have done half the planet. That's just a random fact of life. I'm not gonna try to say anything specific here. Alright, so that is done. Optical grating crystal is done. Here they come. Those have gone out before we started placing these, probably. And the others are coming. Look at the amount we're collecting here. They're probably going over here because those guys are full and these have just started collecting, so there's not much deuterium yet. So these should all be deuterium transporters. Hydrogen we should get from here, no problem. If they just go 50-50, I'm fine with that as well. Just, you know, grab stuff from everywhere you can. At least these are going to be back quickly, and, you know, you need twice the time, but you're going to come eventually. We have enough stations requesting, so we shouldn't run short on anything. Okay, then it's just, you know, back home. We're still in orbit. We managed to go from that guy to that guy. Oh, let's leave. Should be over there. Ah, look at that. You can see our home system. You just need to follow all the streaks in the night sky. That's cool. That's just cool. Right, 7 light years to go with half a tank. That should be doable. Right there. I think this is the right way up. Yeah, look at that, no problem. 39 gigajoule in the fuel chamber. Core capacity 3.1. So we have 12 times the amount of fuel that we can store actively. We have in reserve. That's quite nice. Over there somewhere is where I want to go. Nice. Very, very nice. Woo, hydrogen coming in. Ah, that's cool. I could sit here in orbit and watch these ships arriving all day. That's how cool it is. Hi, I'm here. Alright, first, how you doing? Yeah, no problem. We have all the fuel in the world. Well, basically we have all the fuel in the world because we are now only using 700. Okay, never mind. I thought we went back down to 400 something, but we're actually at 700 something now. What kicked in? Where are we using all of that? How are you doing over here? You're going full tilt. You're still only doing 4 of them. Yeah, well, that's what I thought. I just built these because they look cool being 15. We're not making enough for 15. we have to upgrade this quite a bit. But for that, I want to make sure we have enough resources first. And if you look, this belt is empty. We're running short on processors. Yup. Now that we actually got rid of the one bottleneck, this is where we go in a second. No, this over here is where we go in a second. Right here. Now that we got rid of the one bottleneck being not enough hydrogen to produce these crystals, which are now actually backing up, all of this is being made, it seems. No problem here. No processors. The rest is there. It's perfect. Alright, so I want to switch over to the other recipe. Which means we need to stop requesting that stuff. And need to start requesting that stuff. And might as well do the full 10,000 because we're not going to use it for anything else. We're still going to need the hydrogen. I can switch this over to just local demand, so the ships only go and grab that stuff. I don't think that's necessary. First of all, we got a close by supply now. Second, we already have enough stations requesting it, so it's gonna come in locally anyway. For most of the part here. And as long as that doesn't develop into a bottleneck, I don't see a point. So, I need to wait until this runs out. Then I can switch it over. What belt are you coming in on? This one. Okay, let's have a quick look. You need 4 seconds. We have 8. Which basically means whatever it says here, we need every half second. So we need 6.5 a second, which means we need 12 in 1 second. And 12 is exactly what a green belt can do, so we don't even need to switch the belts. It's perfect. I like that. Very much so. That's gonna take a moment. Also, how are we going to supply warpers? It's probably our very first station all the way over here. I should just go across here. It's faster. Oh, yes. And by very first, I mean this one right here. Yeah. Yeah, I should do that. A lot. Well, we'll see. We're getting it locally and we're supplying it remotely. That's what I wanted to do. Seems like they're coming in, so it's not a big deal. It's also a bit of a pity when you're getting supply and demand at the same time. You know, in transit only gives you one figure. So this could be 1,000 coming in and 230 going out. But you can only see the 700 plus that we are requesting. You don't see the ones we're shipping off. That's a bit of a... I don't know. I don't need to see this in transit when I can see 2 numbers instead, like out and in. Then again, this needs to be readable in Chinese and all that as well. I don't even know what that looks like in Chinese, but I assume that's not as easy as doing Arabic numbers and, you know, English letters. No, what kind of letters is that? Roman letters? Something like that. Mortuary knows that stuff. He will tell you. So, if I go... here. Then, yeah, that's the fastest way to get back. Wow, I just banged my head on those silicone veins. Glorious. Getting there. Soon. Okay, I can switch this output over to be those guys. which we still don't have, but at least that empties out the belt. That also means I can start switching over this recipe to this recipe, which emptied all that stuff into my inventory. Perfect. Here, have some hydrogen. I don't need that. Oh, right. There you go. Perfection. Alright, and all of those that have, well, all those assemblers that have been passed by the remaining items on the belt, I'm just gonna switch over already. Where's my copy button? There, there's the paste button. You can still request that stuff, I don't mind. Actually, now I'm just gonna do this, and you just gonna grab the rest of the stuff. Or not. New stuff coming in. So I'm just gonna do this real quick. Here, have that. What we may need to do is change the sorter. Although, this reaches the required 6 the moment this finishes. That's glorious. I'm still gonna upgrade you though. We're gonna do this on the other side as well. And just wait for the rest of the resources to run out. There we go. I still have some on me, which I'm gonna put into one of these machines. As soon as I switched these all over, and we only have one remaining, because as you can see here, I'm picking up all the stuff in the meantime, which I don't have room for. I can fit 240 in there. That's glorious. Here, have another 240, sure. You're still gonna need this. There you go. That just leaves this, which you can have. That's a couple more craftings right there. Although, I might just as well throw them away. Who cares? And do this. Put that back in, put that back in. Those, delete. And then I just need to switch you over to those. And we should be good. Whenever they decide to come in, that is. Well, they are coming. We're requesting. There's enough there to fill up this whole interstellar logistics station, which is good. So what did we say? We are requesting 12 per second, right? We said this belt can handle it. 12 per second, 12 per second here. So that's 24. We were producing 34. So we have more than enough. Considering that our production facility might run out of power because we're lying there in the shadow, we may not have enough, but if it doesn't run out of power, we should have more than enough. So this is looking quite good. Right, that's going. We do have all the things here, which means that is also going. Now it's just that. We're getting some, but we're not getting enough. Time to fix that. If we can. Did you finally get rid of all of them? Yes! Look at you! Isn't that nice? So that means you can have iron. I think it is on this belt. Yes. Huh? Port occupied. Oh, there's still something in there? Yes. well, just do this. Do this. Do all of this. Can I? Is that a thing? There. Nobody saw anything. Why did you only copy the inserters on that side? I don't know. Maybe it's too close, maybe the belt wasn't built and didn't like that. Maybe. Okay, so that works. Then you're also gonna distribute these guys. Local supply, remote storage, local demand, remote storage. We don't need that many. Then first of all, we may do more circuit boards. Do we actually need more circuit boards? No. We could do more electromagnets. Since that is basically copper, which we're requesting over here, we can just split that off. Right there. And iron, right? Yeah, the magnets. How are we doing on magnets? Search bar, please. It's a basic thing. It should be somewhere among these. It's not that basic, it seems. We're producing 1400, we're consuming 1800. How does that even work? Probably from what we have stored up. So, we need more of those, and then we need more of those. This needs to go away. This needs to go away, which means you need to go away, otherwise I can't place the belt. I don't know where to put you yet, I'm just gonna hook you up real quick. There you go. Where did all that come from? Not a thing. Okay. You I don't need. You know what? It's iron. Gone. In there. Hate that when it's in my inventory and I don't need it. Okay, so that's a thing. You are not needed anymore. The base still has power. Yes? Okay, fine. Speaking of power, that's better. So then we need to do this one more time. And I'm probably gonna have issues placing these guys up here. Yeah, collide with other objects. See that? Right there, that sorter will not place because that belt is too close to that guy. So what we're gonna have to do is move all of this belt over here. Which is something you may have seen me do all the way over there. Where I did the turbines and motors and that stuff. I just had one more space here. Then I can already hook you up onto that belt. And then delete the other sorter. And then delete the other belt. Glorious. There you go. And then we should be able to just mirror that. Which means we take this, we rotate, and put it here. we can take one of these and rotate. I should be able to put you that close. I think up here that's giving me issues again, so we're just gonna keep the distance. Put it there, where it wants to go. Then, are you blue belts or green belts? You're both green belts. Okay, that's fine. And you are very, very close. So I can put you right on this line. Right there. I didn't get that sorted though. Let's try that again. It says it's placing all of them. Now it actually did. Okay, sure. Right. Let's continue this row. This copy sorter mod is such a lifesaver. It's brilliant. I love it to bits. Wouldn't want to play without it. I would still play without it. It would just take 3 times as long for no apparent reason. Also, that should be like that. So, then we're gonna go and do this and remove you. You're gonna be inside, and inside is... Oh, come on! I hate this. There. Fine. You... Oh, I need to move this up one further. Just realized. Haha. You... So also gonna have this running through here. Yeah, no, you're on the way. Sure you are. There you go. Ah, but now I'm missing all the things. Wait. I'm not going to place all the inserters manually again. Turn around. Do this. There you go. And then you. You. You getting stuff? Yes. So you're making one every 1.3 seconds. Because you have 50% more speed. So every 2.6 seconds you have 2. Is that a thing? No. Every 3 seconds you have 2 of them. That's the thing. And you need 2 every 3 seconds. This is a perfect ratio now since we have the blue ones here. So happy that I have more blue ones. Can't even imagine. There you go. Also, you're connected to the wrong spot there. I said there you go and I meant it. How about that? That's better. Anything else to offload? No. You basically have everything you need? Yes. Okay, no need to worry. Okay, so we've doubled that. That's a bit of a thing. It's good. We could put more electromagnets in here as well. We have 3 more spaces. We need magnets. We need copper, and that gives us the magnetic coil, or electromagnets. Let's just see what our production is over here. Going the long way around. How are we doing on all the things? Still short on magnets. Not smelting them fast enough. I actually think we're good on electromagnets, just these are running out relatively quickly. Yeah, these are too. Actually, we need both. We need one more row of these. And we need one more setup for these. Yeah, that's a bit more of a thing. So we need iron, which turns into magnets. And then we need the copper and turn it into electromagnets. So let's see, you are doing... you need 2 every second. With the 50% speed upgrade, it's actually 3 every second, right? Do we really need like 4 smelters to supply one of these now? Roughly. I mean, we could go with the usual assembler and just say, alright, standard recipe then. 2 per second. If we need 2 per second, and one of these is doing 1 every 1.5 seconds, or 2 every 3 seconds, I don't like that math. Still need 3 machines, 3 of these smelters to supply one of those, the green ones, not the blue ones. For those we need more than 3, we need 4. Now you can count, there's a double row, and here's a double row, and there's 1 row. So these 4 rows supply this row. If you need magnets anywhere else, screw you, you're not gonna get any. So yeah, magnets is the next thing I need to do. But that stuff I can do off cam, honestly, because it's just extending more of the stuff we have. The rest we did today, at least, was somewhat exciting. What are we gonna do here now? I guess this will fill up and then switch off, because once the fuel is full, we can't produce any more. This will back up, so the hydrogen production will stop. We will still get hydrogen from over here, where we do the meshes. And that actually has a tank system, so that can fill up the tank system if this ever backs up in hydrogen. Until then, these guys will have their work cut out for them, because they will go and collect hydrogen from wherever they can. Which I'm totally okay with. I mean, look at the rates here. That line right here is the hydrogen coming in. And yes, there is a little bit coming in here, and a little bit coming in there. I don't think we really need to worry. It worries me a little bit that this doesn't fill up. We do have 3 ships remaining here, so if there was any to be had, they could go and get it. Unless they can't charge fast enough. That could be a thing. Let's have a look around and see how full we are on those materials. One more time. We might just we will have to put down more gas collectors. Who would have known? Well, yeah, you're getting not very fast. I still have more on me. That's logistics stations. Yeah, no, those are empty, but I can grab more. That's not a problem. I can plaster the whole equator around that thing. This is full. Staying full. This is also getting there. This is actually backing up quite nicely. Still. This is full. This is filling up. That's an improvement. So with these figures, we should now be producing these non-stop, right? there should be no shortage in getting these made. One every 6 seconds. So we're making 1.3, is this 8? Yeah, it's 8. 1.3 per second. That's not much. We could upgrade these to the faster ones. If we can keep up. It seems, the stuff seems to be there. Let's just request more. Well, that stuff is definitely there. That stuff, not so much, but you know, we're getting there. And so far, it's only used for the bigger assemblers. Right here. Which we don't have any for. And they haven't quite finished reproducing. Let's fill that back up to 100, thank you. Yeah, some of this thing seems to be getting it last. And I still kinda... not regret. I still don't like that there's no... Hello? No setting for priorities. How long has that been an issue nobody told me? I'm gonna get mad at all of you. I'm just telling you right now. Nah, just kidding. Okay, so if you are not getting all the processors, then... Perfect crash landing. Then you are getting all the processors. You're running at full speed. And yeah, you definitely have them, and you're requesting more of them. You also have all the drones in the world. What's taking so long? This is keeping up though. I mean, we were down to 110, now we're back up to 300 almost. We're still requesting 140, so there's still some in the system. It's just so far away. And I actually have to go and look for it if I want to find it. Halfway around the planet we go. Sha-la-la-la-la. There we go. Yeah, one just took off. Nice. Yeah, those are the ones that are on the system, so we're not backing up. We will, sooner or later, otherwise we wouldn't be at these figures. We are producing slightly more than we're consuming, which is okay. These are used in other recipes. Apparently not right now. Now we're at 700 megawatts. Forget it. Everything is running again. We're just putting in more machines to make more stuff faster. What? Did we just need a lot of those? Ha! I dumped them. I managed to dump them in there. Very nice. Well, that looked interesting. Anyway, only a couple of these are running. Like, these up here, the top 4, they can't even output to the bell because it's constantly full, so it's no problem. It's doing fine. Don't even worry about it. How many items do you need? 2 iron per second, so I should do this. Just upgrade the belt real quick. 2 iron per second is 16 per second when everything is running. The belt can only do 12, so time to upgrade, right? Don't want to have a bottleneck caused by the belt. This, no problem whatsoever. It's taken a while. Everything seems to be hooked up. I see pretty much every one of these outputting. But the right side is the one that's important, really. If these are all outputting, if these are all moving, then obviously these are inputting into them, which means these are all getting their resources where they need to. So copy sorters worked nicely. Right. So now we have a ton of titanium crystals sitting around that nobody is using because they were only used for one recipe, for which we now use the organic crystal thing. What was the other thing we were looking for? Right, organic crystal it was. Which is right here. Which we could mine somewhere. Organic crystal vein. Then we could switch off all of this. Which is quite a bit of resources. Water is for free. That is backfilled in 2 different tanks and 1 logistics station. No need to worry about this stuff. And this is plastic next door. Same thing here. That is virtually for free. That is literally for free. And that's that. How come we don't have enough plastic though? Have all of the resources. This production is so slow. I mean, yes, you need a bunch of this. I know. You need 2 every 6 seconds. You're making 1 every 3 seconds. That's 2 every 6 seconds. So as long as you're the only plastic consumer, you're providing exactly enough. What are we using all of these for? I mean, it seems to be backing up and nobody is requesting, so I guess we're not using them anywhere. But honestly, what are we using those for? Where are you? Right here. You are used in... Aha! You're used for these, which is what we just switched off. So, in a moment, whenever that's backed up, organic crystal production will shut down, which means 99% of our plastic consumption will just go away. Sadly, that also means all the refined fuel isn't used for anything anymore at all. It's just gonna back up, so our machines will shut down producing hydrogen because we can't use the fuel for anything. So yes, next thing would be to switch over to X-ray cracking to consume all of that surplus fuel and just make way more hydrogen. And then we don't have to bring in that much from somewhere else. Then again, bringing it here doesn't cost us anything except for a little bit of power in recharging all those right there. Thank you. Because the gas collectors are running for free. They're running on the stuff they're harvesting. So you're losing a little bit, but you don't have to power them. And we had another 20 ready to go. So I'm probably gonna go back to at least one of those gas giants and just put down more. I mean, after all, if that can supply all the deuterium we need, then we don't have to have all those expensive machines running. Expensive in terms of power consumption. So that would also be a benefit. Also, you can have this one because that's just one extra that I don't need. Thank you very much. For now, let's switch off the construction grid, have a nice look at this gas collector right there. And I thank you very much for watching, because that's it for today. Don't know if I'm going to stream tomorrow or on Sunday. Probably, though, one of those 2 days. If not, definitely on Monday. And I wish everybody a happy weekend. And I see you again soon. Have a good one. See you next time. Bye-bye.